So far, our second day has been good to us. We have succeeded in completing section Hard 1 and are currently pursuing the end of Hard 2. The weather is nice with partly cloudy skies, but just 2 days before, the area experienced heavy thunderstorms, causing the rivers to swell and making many of the trails muddy. That is what we are about to encounter in a big way.
Engage the locker. He's going right. She's a beast.
You want to try it? I wonder if that route right there is like a chicken route, comes back around the other side.
I'm wondering about that side too.
Yeah. I'm gonna go look to the side over here.
Oh. Well, as long as
frog.
No, this is it right here. I think this is our.
That's soup.
Yeah.
And stank.
But I wonder if you could stay up here
And center this
Yeah.
and not get down in that rut.
I think that way for me.
Yeah.
While Topher, Chief, and Cap explored the immediate route, Ben and I tiptoed around the chicken route out of desire to find an option that would be safer for the rigs and would afford, if needed, a viable winching option.
It looks like he's.
Now there's a big old soup bowl over here.
All right, we found ourselves in a big mud hole. And we're about to see if we can get through this way. Because what we have is Chris over there wondering how to get through. We'll see if Romans can make it in this particular. That was pretty wheel off the ground epic.
Was it off the ground?
Oh yeah. Front wheel off the ground, just.
Alright, I can make it.
Toe straps out. Yeah, you rode those ridges really well.
Yeah, that's what I was aiming for.
And then once you slid in, you just got on the gas and made it. So.
Yeah, just use your momentum. I've been through here. I think you don't have much choice unless you want me to winch you all the way through there.
No, so that's what I'm saying. The way you is, would it be better to chance the middle or come around where you came?
I'd come around.
I'd come around.
Reason is we could easily get you if you have trouble right here.
Right here I can get to you. We can snatch you out, no problem.
I've got the toe strap on.
Yeah. What a disaster.
Yeah, super mud.
I don't know about those all-terrains in this.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be basically momentum, and four-wheel drive is it. The tires are not going to help him much.
Yep.
I mean, even yours are pretty blocked up.
It's just gumbo.
Oh, when I put my stick in that hole right there,
Yeah.
It sunk at least a foot to foot and a half. And nothing but sticky mud. You didn't put those sticks in there, did you?
These? No, they were here.
Okay. I didn't remember those being there.
Oh yeah. That's a 4-man distraction, man.
That's right. Get out of the way, man. Well, you came through there.
Right here.
I think you're already too far to the left. Don't you think, Romans?
I can back up. No, keep going to the right. Cut it to the right and go.
You're gonna slip in that hole.
You're all right. Go to the right, right. Good.
There you go.
Good, keep going, go right. The back end's gonna sink. Now just get on it and kind of come on this hot spot here. Good, bump it. I forgot the sunroof.
When you got mud through the sunroof, that's when you know you've done something. That was cool.
There you go. Good driving, dude.
Thank you.
That's how it's done.
Perhaps now a little overconfident, we pushed on, not knowing that the slick mud and gravity were about to make me pay the price. In the next section, while attempting to avoid a deeper hole, I tried to take the higher line. While it sounded like a good plan, the slick mud caused the front tires to slide to the left, which resulted in me sliding into the hole that I was trying to avoid. Once everything settled and I was certain that there was no water making it into the airbox, we pushed for the exit, but became hopelessly stuck. A plan quickly came together to get Topher through and extract my sinking third gen.
Attachment, we'll fight that. I don't know how deep that is. Right.
Well, what if I try to?
I don't know. How solid is that?
No. This is solid.
Okay.
But once I get there,
I think you can.
I mean, once you get there, I think you can squeeze off into those ruts and be fine.
Yeah. I think you'll be fine just hitting it.
all right. Watch out, boys.
Get in trouble.
Yeah, I saw you bury that thing. I was like, whoops.
Yeah. I was trying to get over there, but it slid.
He did smart. He cut it off to the water going in the air intake.
All day. Keep going.
Hey, guess what? He gets to use his hitch.
That's right.
Hey, you get to use your hitch.
Yeah.
I thought you were coming out of that, man. It was into.
I'll get your.
Cable.
Oh, I can't get to it. It's in the back. So, do you have a clevis?
Yeah, I do.
I don't think it's getting in the car.
No, you're good where you're sitting. First thing I was worried about was water in the air intake. Second thing,
Jolene went to the spa and got a mud bath today. You got it.
All the way down. Then back it off a quarter. So it'll come undone when he gets tension on it. Sorry, Jojo.
So, just so you know, Chris, I've got footage of you getting through this and him getting stuck.
You want to just put it like low? Are you? I drop whatever.
Oh, I'll let you do
The way you're going to have to do this, Chris, is you're going to have to
actually
take the slide down. You can't give it a yank.
Yeah.
I'm going to put all the bolts back on the bumper.
Oh, and I didn't get that on film. Oh my goodness.
that was like a dance, man.
9.5.
A dance with
Hey, that's it, boys. Dance with the mud devil right there. I just about went swimming in that puddle underneath it.
Oh my Lord, I thought he was going to just crack his head on that tire.
Oh man. I'm go when you are.
Yep, let's go.
I tried to get to the right and it just kept slipping to the left and just sucked me in.
Whether or not it would have sucked the water into it, I'm like,
Well, when I killed it as soon as we got level to see where it was. It's right here. Got water on it. A little bit of water in it. Not enough to worry about.
So lesson learned, when we dropped into that big hole, we did not have our winch controller. It was in the back, which the back was basically flooded. So now we're getting it before we go through this next hole. And hopefully we don't need it, but this time we'll be prepared.
I didn't think we were coming out.
I'm glad you stayed in it, because if you hadn't,
Oh, there was no not staying in.
up over the hood.
I didn't think. Pause to say. Oh no, I wasn't pausing. That wasn't me.
I know. Progress paused for a second. Pause for another second.
Yeah, it wasn't. There wasn't any pause on our end. I was like, we're not letting out.
On the floor.
I had it cranked all the way to one side.
trying to get that wheel some traction. That was
The highway's right there, right? It's literally that far away.
Out of the woods, we had completed Hard 2 and were now barreling down the Kentucky Adventure Tour, taking in the scenery and enjoying the change of pace. We had had our fill of mud for the day, and I was looking forward to the next surprise on the route. But the guys were just going to have to wait. The Kentucky Adventure Tour, for the sections that we had selected, was a good mix of back roads, Forest Service roads, and four-wheeling. If you take your time, there are little treasures everywhere. You just have to look. You might just fall in love with it if you aren't careful. Now, if you're traveling the route in a counterclockwise fashion, there is a cave off to the left of the route. If you make the short hike down to it, you will get to see a creek essentially originating from under a large rock formation swelling up out of the ground. It is a great place to explore, especially in the heat of the day, as it is dramatically cooler at the water's edge than up on the trail.
underneath the limestone here.
We watched for several minutes as the river flowed out of the ground and was visible only for a moment before disappearing back under the ground in the cave. But time was short, daylight was escaping, and we had to make it to camp. Several hours later, we arrived at our campsite for the night. Well maintained and nestled on the edge of a lake, we found ourselves in one of the best campgrounds we visited. While not remote and certainly not secret, we found it to be a perfect spot to unwind after a challenging day on the road. The views weren't bad either.
That's good. That's good. I think this is a little cooler on your chest. Wait, I got insulation you don't, my bad.
Yeah. Oh, I've got the
This is in the running for the best campsite we've ever had. No doubt.
Stuff-wise, has been we got a lot over it.
After playing in the lake in the afterglow of sunset, we set about making dinner and eventually crashed out for the night.
Yeah, when it first started, I wasn't expecting it either. I kind of woke up and thought, uh-oh, what did we leave out?
Yeah.
I kind of had that oh crap moment.
Camp chairs.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah. Well, we got no place dry to sit in the morning, so.
If that's the case, we just go find breakfast at a restaurant.
That's right.
Lunch. So this is the Cumberland Falls Lodge, DuPont Lodge, and there's a restaurant, so we're going to go in here and get something to eat. Been here before with my family, and it's pretty good eating. It's got a view of the river when it's not foggy and socked in like we have today, but it's food. Can't complain about that, right?
True that.
So we're going to go in here and grab some grub.
Let's do it.
We awoke this morning to the sound of rain on our tents. The rain kept us in our tents just a little bit longer, so we decided to shoot for lunch at a restaurant rather than fixing it in the rain at the campground. Unfortunately, the restaurant we selected was carry-out only due to COVID-19, so we elected to make sandwiches in the parking lot of Cumberland Falls State Park. Welcome to Cumberland Falls. Niagara Falls of the South is what it's been called. It's pretty impressive. Poor guy down there is rolling his butt off.
He's working pretty hard.
Yeah. Bending those oars.
I hope they pay him well.
It was now past midday, so we hit highway to join the route again further to the south and west. Our goal was to make it into and through the Big South Fork before diving off of the route in Middle Tennessee to spend the night at a remote cabin. We had steak and potatoes for our evening meal, and we spent the evening talking, dreaming about adventures, reminiscing about previous adventures, and just catching up with each other. The next morning we awoke, packed up, and I got the opportunity to get everyone else's opinion on this trip. What do you think?
It's awesome, man. It was a great time. Can't wait till next year, and hopefully have my truck ready.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of this trip?
Just the camaraderie, hanging out, getting to, know everybody, and just, just talking and relaxing.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Probably the most technical we've done so far out of all the trips. The first 2 days were pretty rough. Second day was more soupy than I would have liked.
No doubt.
So we'll see what happens when we get home and clean these up. But overall, it's a good trip. Could have went way worse. A few scratches, but nothing horrible. Everybody came out. Nobody fell in mud pits. We were able. I got pulled out one day. You got pulled out one day. That's how it goes.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, so far, like I say, as long as we make it home all right today, we'll be all right.
I think we're gonna be okay. Got a little bit of mist this morning. Little sprinkles, hopefully knock some of this mud off. Do a little work for us.
Yeah.
Spray it up underneath the wheel wells.
But no, overall, man, it was good. Hopefully we can come back and do the other couple trails we were wanting to do.
Hope so.
So
We'll just have to make our campgrounds a little bit closer together.
yeah, but now we know.
And we know the names of them, so it'll be easier to get to.
The 30-minute trail is not a 30-minute trail.
Never. Darn motorcyclists. Putting your times on a four-wheel drive trail. What's wrong with you?
Morning.
What do you think?
Had a blast on this trip. Got to watch you guys do a lot of really good driving on the trails.
Some of that's debatable.
We got to practice our recovery skills twice, almost third time.
Right.
It's been a really good trip. A lot of good food was ate. Really enjoyed staying at the cabin last night. It was a little more comfortable on these 40-year-old bones than sleeping on a sleeping pad. But no, it was a great time. Loved having all the guys, Beaner and Topher and Dane and Doc. It's good for my mental health to spend a weekend with these guys away from all the distractions and everything back home in the city. One of these days, I will have my truck back out here. I did miss having the Jeep on this trip because I don't know that I would have been able to do all the things that the 4Runners did because they have a little taller tire. But one of these days, I'll have a vehicle back out here.
Yeah, man.
But I enjoy filming the crew.
You've been an asset, no doubt. No doubt. You are vital to this trip and this mission.
Love the food and the friends and the laughs.
Absolutely.
It's good stuff.
Anytime you can get together with somebody and have a good belly laugh, it just brings your psyche to a whole new level.
Yep.
And
100%.
days like today, we need that.
Yeah. 100%.
Awesome weekend, as always expected. Best time with friends and fellowship, primary reason I go. But the adventure and camping is also a big part of why we go. So that's what we did. We went out and saw some new areas, had some adventure, and probably a little more than we bargained for, I think, based on past trips. But that was good. It made me want to dive in and get my own rig to start adventuring as well. I've got one, but one that I don't really want to put through the paces we did this time. So anyway, weather reasonably cooperative, and scenery beautiful as always. Kentucky did not disappoint, so it was good. And now Middle Tennessee, even kind of seamlessly up here in the Cumberland Mountains and the rivers and the valleys, all pretty. So.
My favorite part of the trip?
Favorite part of the trip would probably be having to break out recovery gear.
Yeah.
I think it's because we carry it all the time just in case, and so far we haven't had to use it. So actually having to use recovery gear, brainstorm together, try to get through without serious damage was probably my favorite part.
Yeah.
It's problem solving and adventure all at the same time. So. That may not have been y'all's favorite part, but it was my favorite part.
This has been our second trip to Kentucky, and our first with the full crew. Over the course of this trip, we have encountered new and varied terrain, each with its own beauty and challenges. From the rocks on day 1 to the Forest Service roads of day 3, I personally would not trade a moment of this trip. To get to adventure with these gentlemen is a privilege, and each trip has its own personality and ability to bond our group. Working together to navigate large rocks or to safely extract a stuck vehicle teaches you patience and how to keep your cool under stress. It's probably why those moments stand out and will live on, if nowhere else than around our next campfire. Speaking of campfires, gentlemen, it's time to start planning our next trip. Join us for our next adventure, and thanks for watching.